My name is Francis. I am from Jos in Plateau State. I am the second child of a family of 4 children. My parents raised us in a godly way, and we also had the best of education our parents could afford. I moved to Adeniran Ogunsoya area of Surulere in Lagos State after concluding my NYSC program in Anambra State. The house that I moved to is a block of 4 units of 3 bedroom flats. My landlord and his 2 wives and 6 children lives in the front flat on the top floor, while I occupied the rear flats on the ground floor. The other 2 flats were occupied by decent married couples who leaves home early in the morning during the weekdays for their different places of work far in Lekki and Ikeja area of Lagos State respectively. During my NYSC days, I ventured into forex trading, which eventually turned my financial life around as I could afford anything I wanted at a given time. Hence, the reason why I did not bother to join the long list of jobless graduates job hunting everywhere, as I was already made at age 24, having the whole world under my feet as I could boast of millions of naira in my savings. My landlord owns a business outfit at Ijesha, a suburb part of Surulere, where he and his senior wife runs a successful bakery business. My landlord and his senior wife leaves home around 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Mondays to Saturdays, as the 6 children will have gone to their various schools before that time. The children returns home around 4 p.m. as the eldest among them, who is in GSS 3, takes care of the remaining siblings alongside the junior wife at home on their return from school. My landlord, junior wife, is a beautiful 34-year-old woman who stays at home as a full housewife. She had 2 children for my landlord, while the senior wife had 4. Every time the landlord and the senior wife, as well as the children, leaves home during the week, it has always been me and her in our premises, knowing fully well that the 2 other neighbors will have gone to their workplaces. As a forex trader, I am always on my laptop analyzing the market variables and indices, as this is what I do every day as a forex trader. It happens that each time the public power supply goes off, I will switch on the generator. She would quickly rush down to my apartment to charge her phone, as her phone battery drains faster. I accorded her the respect of being my landlord's wife by obliging to her request, as she would drop her phone and leaves for her apartment immediately while her phone continues to charge. This happens for several weeks, and all of a sudden, she came one day around 11:30 a.m. to charge her phone as usual. This time around, she came, dropped her phone for charging as usual, but refuses to leave, as against the way she used to do in the past. She sat on my couch while she focused on my TV set, watching musical videos on Trace TV, which was tuned to at the moment when she came. I felt her presence seems awkward, but I could not say anything, as she is my landlord's wife. Seconds turned to minutes as she observed that I was too quiet, as I stayed glued to my laptop doing my forex thing. All of a sudden, she broke the deafening silence that had lingered on by saying, "Mr. Francis, sorry, do you have a girlfriend?" I was so shocked to my bone marrow, and also felt embarrassed at the same time as to her seemingly embarrassing questions. I don't know what to say, but only left with no other option than to say the truth, which I said, "No, I don't have a girlfriend. I am currently married to my job." She exclaimed, and what she said thereafter blew my mind away like a piece of paper blown away by a ravaging wind. She said, "How are you then coping in the other room?" I pretended as if I did not understand what she meant, and this time around, she said it in a more condescending way by saying, "You know the knack." At this moment, I had no choice but to face her and said, "Knacking no be food oh." She further asked if I was shy of speaking to a lady, and I said no, that there is time for everything in life. She paused. All of a sudden, she moved closer to me and touched my shoulder and said, "Mr. Francis, I know your problem and I am here to solve it for you." At this moment, my body began to vibrate. My jawlines and teeth began to clutch. My legs and palms became stiffer, and I started feeling that my gbola down there had become turgid, double-sized, and about to tear off my boxers and trousers. I responded in a shivering voice, "That in what way can you help me?" She immediately did a shh sound and told me, "Stand up." At this moment, my entire body has turned to an immovable rock as I staggered and stood up. She noticed the bulging gbola beneath my trouser and she did the unexpected. She reached out to my gbola and touched it. At this junction, I felt paradise on earth and I fell cheaply for it. Next thing she did was to kiss me, and thereafter I ate the forbidden fruit without a protection, as the moments were too intense and so quick to look for one. After the sinful act, she looked at me and said this time around, "Francis, you are a lion. You almost tore me apart." She left for her apartment while her phone continues to charge. Since that day, I have been having guilty conscience anytime I see my landlord. What should I do?